Hi, welcome to the Bass Monk channel. Today we will feature Marc Rosen, New York area guitarist, as we examine his Fender vintage Franken-Stratocaster guitar. I hope you enjoy what you see here, and if you do, please like and subscribe below, as there's more to come. YouTube channel yet.
No.
So, hello and welcome to another episode. Today I have my friend Marc here.
Hey.
And Marc stopped by to show me his Strat.
Yeah, it's a Strat that has a lot of history behind it. When we got it appraised a couple of months back, and it has parts from, they go back to 1954 through 57 through the early 60s.
Right, I remember the appraiser saying it wasn't what they like to see. At the same time, this guitar has vibe. This guitar, just looking at it, the marks on it and everything, it just looks so played. So what did they say? They said something about, oh, it's a player's
It's
guitar.
a player's guitar. It's
not something you put up in the wall.
No, it's not a collector's guitar, but if you want to play a nice sounding Strat, it's a really fine instrument, and you'll get like years of, great sounding music out of it.
Yeah, I'm feeding Marc here too today. It's casual. It's all casual. But this guitar exists in its own category.
Yeah.
When I first saw that guitar, I was like, whoa. Looks like it's been to war. It's played, it was on the Chitlin circuit. It's been everywhere. This guitar.
It's in a class by itself.
It's
it's a great player's guitar. It's not perfect, but you can get so many different sounds out of it that guaranteed you'll enjoy playing it.
So before we go there, Marc, tell us about who you studied with, maybe a little musical background on yourself.
Sure. I went to Berklee back in the 70s, and at that time, Pat Metheny was an adjunct teacher there, and I took some lessons with Pat. And Bill Frisell was going to school there, and I played some shows with him at Berklee Performance Center with Bill Frisell. And
Abercrombie, was he there?
I think he lived in Boston at the time.
But you were in that pack that came out of that late 70s.
And Mike Stern too was there when I was there, and I jammed with all these guys, and it's great to look back, but it's also nice to see what they're doing now. They're doing a lot of great things out there.
Oh God, yeah, and Marc and me play in a group called Jazzopedia, and that's on Facebook. That's really straight ahead jazz,
Yeah.
And we also did some duo work together. And Marc teaches and does Skype lessons also. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and make sure Marc gets back to you. So thanks for watching.
Thank you. The following is a breakdown of what this guitar is made up of. The neck is an actual Fender Stratocaster neck. It is marked August 1954 BV, but this marking was not done by Fender. The original neck date had been sanded off, and this new neck date was penciled in. We will never know the actual neck date, but from my experience seeing hundreds of these 1950s Stratocasters, I can estimate a date range from 1956 to early 1957 due to the neck profile and other telltale details. The tuning machines have been changed to mini shallers. Extra holes and ring tuner holes were needed for installation. New larger frets have been installed, and the original nut has been replaced. There's an extra string tree on the headstock, also extra hole. The walnut skunk stripe on the back of the neck is indented towards the headstock, indicating a likely truss rod repair. This body is not a Fender body. It may be a boogie ash body. This body has been set up with a lefty at one time, as there are holes for lefty strap buttons evident. Very well could have been one of Jimi Hendrix's guitars.
That's the Chitlin Circuit, and that's Oklahoma. That's where.
That's where. The guy that I bought the Strat from told me it was from Oklahoma. The serial number plate is original Fender. It says 1034, which means that part of the guitar was the 1034 Stratocaster. The claw in the tremolo cavity and screws are original, but the tremolo block has been replaced with an aftermarket brass one. The tremolo cover plate is missing. The electronics are as follows. The volume potentiometer is dated as the 20th week of 1963. The other two potentiometers' date codes are obscured by solder, but are no later than 1955. The pickup selector switch is an original CRL 1452. All pickups are original wines and are circa 1955. Solder to the center pickup tone pot has been retouched. The pickups are original, but the original bakelite is gone. The pickup covers are 1960s era plastic. It retains its original one-layer white pick guard, which has a total crack-off but retained at the output jack. There is no tremolo arm. The knobs are 1960s era plastic. The output jack cover is original, and the bridge is also 50s Fender, but the bridge saddles are newer brass saddles. The aluminum shield is original Fender. This appraisal was performed by Dave Davison, owner of Well Strung Guitars, on November 14, 2019.